Hey guys, what is going on? I am sitting out here at the park, just, taking in the sun, taking in the fresh air, watching kids play, watching birds chirp, just being in the element, being in nature. And something was downloaded on me, and I think I was like, I need to go ahead and do a video about that. And it's about the ego versus the heart space. And, if you've been following any of my videos or following the podcast that we're doing, we're talking a lot about love vibration, because there truly is only two vibrations in the world, and it truly is love and fear. And everything else that we feel are derivatives of those two emotions. And, we're seeing a lot. We're seeing, a lot of people commit suicide, people that seemingly are having amazing lives, that have everything of this material world. We're seeing them just commit suicide. And, you got to ask, why is that? And there's so many levels, because, when you know what the soul is all about, the soul chooses when it decides to incarnate here and learn the lessons, and the soul also chooses when it decides to leave, and the soul also chooses how it wants to leave. So some souls choose suicide, some souls choose an accident, some souls choose to exit in love and peace, through growing old and stuff like that. So we can't judge a soul. We can't judge that soul's journey. But I wanted to talk about, love and fear, and the heart and the ego. And, your heart will shut down, because and when I say that, I'm talking about the heart chakra, because there's an energy center, and the heart chakra is the energy center that connects your higher non-physical centers with your lower centers, okay? But your heart cannot filter lower emotions that the ego plays. So the ego will play things like, depression and anxiety and victimization and shame and doubt and guilt, and it'll shut down. It cannot filter those emotions. So a lot of times, until people have truly transformed their life and tapped into a unconditional self-love, then that heart bursts wide open. I mean, the energy center is wide open. And, think about how you feel when you're in love, whether you're in love with, your passion, or whether you're in love with something else, a person, anything. You feel amazing. Every cell in your body wakes up. You feel like you're on top of the world. You jumping out of bed. You just feel amazing. And so that's all that the heart knows, and that's all that the heart wants to feel. And to tap into that center purely, it shuts down on the lower emotions that the ego plays, because the ego is really illusionary, because there's no reason to be in doubt or shame or guilt or victimization or any of those things. There's no reason to be in that emotion. That is what the ego plays. And what happens is, if two people are in the ego, it's toxic. The arguments are toxic. They're fighting with each other. No one's listening. No one can speak, because it's a constant argument, and it's two egos. So no one has a heart open in that conversation. But what I want to say is that if you have someone who maybe has an open heart, and someone that's in the ego a lot, that heart is going to shut down if it starts to receive energies that are of the ego, or the lower three energy centers, okay? So think about it. Think about when you're in an argument and it's just like nothing getting through. It's because the heart has shut down, and the heart is everything of understanding, and the heart is everything of compassion, and the heart is everything of, I get it. I can understand where you're coming from. Let's get to a solution. The ego is everything of, I'm right, you're wrong, I'm the victim, I'm this, and that and nothing gets through. So I really wanted to, that just hit me sitting here, about nothing will get through that is of the lower energy chakras and the lower energies, because the heart closes down. And it's not that the heart is not open, is that it can't filter those emotions of the lower energies, and that's a fear. Okay, so when we're in those lower energies, it's fear. It is fear. It is fear. So that's all. It was just a short little video, that, the Most High put on me right now in this moment. And I said, you know what, let me go ahead and get this out. And if anytime you're in an argument and if somebody shuts down, that's because is two egos going on. And walk away, just walk away, because if nothing is actually getting through the heart and understanding, compassion, walk away, try again another time, because all it is two egos going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And we know that the ego, it plays a lot of illusionary. That is not your true self. The ego is what you have believed yourself to be through programming, through the titles you give yourself, through all these other things. That's not who you are. You are love, and that's all you are, okay? But through a lot of games that the ego plays, you believe yourself to be other things. So a lot of times it's two egos arguing, and when you recognize that, just walk away, because there's nothing going to accomplish in that argument unless the two people come back to the heart center and try to understand each other. All right, guys, happy Friday. Lots of love and light going out to everyone. It's a tough time. 2022 is a tough time, and I think it probably will get a little bit tougher because we're going through a purging process, but hang in there. Have a great weekend. Take care.